Hi students, last topic of first module. Okay, this is the requirement management is the last topic of first module. Okay, we will discuss what is meant by requirement management. Okay, requirement management is the process of understanding and controlling changes to system requirement. Okay, this is the process of understanding controlling changes to system requirement, means nothing but the process of understanding and controlling changes of system requirement. We are going to call it as requirement management. Okay, once end users have experience of system, they will discover new needs and practice. Means suppose you are using one system, means always you are talking about the updation or your need, you are going to give the feedback. Okay, suppose you are using one mobile, means you are talking about the upgradation of the mobile. ಈ ಥರ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆ ಥರ ಇರಬೇಕು, ಆ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ಟೀಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕಾಯಿತು, ಈ ಫೀಚರ್ಸ್ ಇರಬೇಕಾಯಿತು ಅಂತ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಟಾಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ updation or some changes you are going to talk. That is only they are telling that whenever user experience, they will give some feedback, positive or negative, or some upgradation or some changes like this, the feedback will come. Okay, what are the reasons why changes is inventable? Means requirement management is nothing but understanding and controlling the change. Why this change will happen or inventable? There are several reasons. First reason is the business and technical environment of the system always changes after installation. After installation, business and technical environment of the system may change. This is one reason. Why this will be changing means new hardware may be introduced, so have to change the software also. All business properties may change, for that we have to change the system. Next, new registration and regulations may be introduced. Okay, these are the three reasons of the business and technical environment of the system always changes after the installation. Okay, next reason is the people who pay for the system and use of the system are rarely the same people. Means who are buying the system and working on that system are same. Okay, who are going to buy them, that people will only work on that system. Okay, system customers impose requirement because of organizational and budgetary constraint. Means why they are going to willing to change their requirement? Because of organizational and budgetary constraint. There may be conflict with end user requirement. After delivery, many new features may have to be added for user support if the system is to meet its goal. Means ಯೂಸರ್ನ ಸ್ಯಾಟಿಸ್ಫೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂದರೆ there should be some of the addition of user new features. Means one system should be satisfy the user, means there should be a added of new features. Okay, one is business and technical environment of the system always changes after installation. This is the one reason why changes is inventable. Second reason is people who pay for system and use of the that system are rarely the same people. Okay, third is large system usually have a ಡೈವರ್ಸಿ ಯೂಸರ್ ಕಮ್ಯುನಿಟಿ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ಒಂದು ಲಾರ್ಜ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂದರೆ ಓನ್ಲಿ ಒನ್ ಪರ್ಸನ್ ವಿಲ್ ನಾಟ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆನ್ ದಟ್ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್. ಎನ್ ನಂಬರ್ ಆಫ್ ಡಿಫ್ರೆಂಟ್ type of people will work on that system, so that different users have different requirement and priorities that may be conflict and contradictory. Means different type of people will give the different requirement, so what will happen, it may be conflict, means difficult to understand the requirement and contradictory, so we are going to change the requirement. Okay, these are the three reasons why the changes is inventable. Okay, they will ask like this: explain the requirement management, what is mean by requirement management, and why changes is inventable. Means you have to write these 3 points. After requirement management, the first step in the requirement management is planning. Okay, the planning is the essential first step in the requirement management process. Whatever you are doing means first you are going to plan. Same here only, whenever there is a requirement management process, first step is planning. Okay, planning stage establish the level of requirement management detail that is required. Means it going to give the detail about the what the requirement management process should carry on. Okay, during the requirement management stage you have to decide on requirement identification. Your requirement management stage you have to decide this of the things. One is requirement identification. Each requirement must be uniquely identified so that it can be cross verified with other requirement and used in traceability assessment. Means you have to take one requirement, that requirement should be unique. There should not be another requirement of same time should not be there. Means only one requirement that should be unique. Why it should be unique? Means we can cross check and we can traceable easily. Next, a change management process. This is the set of activity that assess the impact and cost of the change. Okay, next, traceability policies. This policy define the relationship between the each requirement and between the requirement and the system design that should be recorded. Okay, here you are going to check the relationship between the each requirement, between the requirement, the system design that should be recorded. Okay, this is third one. Fourth one is tool support. Requirement management involves the processing of large amount of information about the requirement. Okay, we are going to use the tool support for the requirement management. Okay, and there may be a tool may be of automated support. Means automated support means using programming language tool we can do our planning phase. You need tool support for. Why this tool support means automated support? Why we should need means for requirements storage. Okay, requirements should be maintained in the secure managed data store that is accessible to everyone involved in the requirement management process. Means why this support are used means, suppose there is a one data storage, under this we are going to store the requirement. Okay, this requirement should be accessible by all the people who are working in the requirement engineering process. Okay, this is the support of tool. Next, change management. Okay, the process of change management is the simplified if activity tool support it's available. Means the process of change management is simplified if activity tool support is available. Means activity tool support is available means the change management is very simple. Using tool we can simplify the change management. Okay, traceability management tool support for traceability allow related requirement to be discovered. Okay, means here also for traceability management if tool is available means it is very easy. Okay, next, requirement change management. Okay, requirement change management should be applied to all processed change to system requirement after the requirement document has been approved. Means after the approved of requirement document, requirement change management should be applied to all processed change to a system requirement. Means ಯಾವಾಗ requirement document approve ಆಗುತ್ತೋ on that time we can implement this change requirement change management. Okay, applied to all possible change to the system. Okay, change management is essential because you need to decide if the benefits of implementing new requirements are justified by the cost of it. Means suppose ಒಂದು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಕೊಡ್ತಾನೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋದ್ರಿಂದ we are going to get benefit in the way of cost or in the working feature is essential or not. Means all of you, suppose you are using one system, is you are going to give the updation, you want to you are going to give one requirement that I want to change this feature. Okay, then then this requirement management team will work on that requirement. If I made this requirement change means it is benefit. Okay, it will going to justify the cost. Okay, we will going to cross check if it is satisfied and justify the cost means they will going to change, otherwise they are not going to change. Okay, or they will not going to update. Okay, this is requirement management system. Here for the input is identify the problem. Next, problem analysis and change specification. Next, after this, change analysis and costing. Next, change implementation, revised requirement is the output. Okay, you can see that there are three activities we are going to carry in requirement change management. We shall discuss one by one. Okay, there are three principal stages to a change management process. First one is problem analysis and change specification. In this step, what we are going to do we will see. Okay, the process start with the identifying requirement problem or sometimes with a specific change proposal. Means you can see that identifying a problem. First, in this stage we are going to identify the problem or sometime with a specific change proposal we are going to give. During this stage the problem or this change proposal is analyzed to check that is valid. Means ಏನು ನಾವು ಐಡೆಂಟಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವೋ ಪ್ರಾಬ್ಲಮ್ಮು ಆರ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಸ್ಪೆಸಿಫೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವೋ ಇಟ್ ಈಸ್ ವ್ಯಾಲಿಡ್ ಆರ್ ನಾಟ್, ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಚೆಕ್. ಓಕೆ, if analysis feedback to the change requester, who may respond with the more specific requirement change proposal, are decided to withdraw the request. Means we are going to analyze, it is valid means we are going to change this, otherwise we are not going to change, means we are going to withdraw the request, means we are not going to work with that request, we are going to leave that, withdraw that request. Next, change analysis and casting. Change analysis and casting. Okay, the effect of the processor change in the assessed using traceability information and general knowledge of the system requirement. Means using traceable information and general knowledge of the system requirement, we will decide the effect of the process change in is assessed. ಏನು ಪ್ರೊಸೆಸ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ನ ನಾವು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದೀವೋ ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಅನಲೈಸ್ ಯೂಸಿಂಗ್ ದಿ traceability information and general knowledge. Using this information and general knowledge, we are going to analyze the change. Okay, the cost of making the change is estimated both in the terms of modification to the requirement document and it appropriate to the system design and implement. Means after suppose ಈ ರಿಕ್ವೆಸ್ಟ್ನ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಮಾಡಿಬಿಟ್ಟು ಓಕೆ ಆಯಿತು ಅಂದರೆ ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ವಿಲ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ವಾಟ್ ಈಸ್ ದಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್ ಯು ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಸ್ಪೆಂಡ್ ಆನ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಯಿಂಗ್ ದಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟು ಮತ್ತು ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್. ಆಫ್ಟರ್ ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಓಕೆ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ಮೀನ್ಸ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಓಕೆ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ವಿಲ್ ಥಿಂಕ್ ಅಬೌಟ್ ದಿ ಕಾಸ್ಟ್. ಓಕೆ, ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ once this analysis is completed, a decision is made whether or not proceed with the requirement change. Means after completion of analysis completely, then we are going to decide whether or not proceed with the requirement change. ಏನು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಇದೆಯೋ ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಬೇಡವೋ ಅಂತ we are going to decide after the complete analysis. Okay, next last stage is change implementation. ಸಪೋಸ್ ಈ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಅಪ್ರೂವ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಅನಾಲಿಸಿಸ್ ಕಂಪ್ಲೀಟ್ ಆದಮೇಲೆ ನಾವು ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ನ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅಂತ ಓಕೆ ಮಾಡಬೇಡ, ವಿ ಆರ್ ಗೋಯಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟ್ ದಟ್ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್. ದಿ ರಿಕ್ವೈರ್ಮೆಂಟ್ ಡಾಕ್ಯುಮೆಂಟ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೇರ್ ನೆಸೆಸರಿ ದಿ ಸಿಸ್ಟಮ್ ಡಿಸೈನ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಇಂಪ್ಲಿಮೆಂಟೇಷನ್ ಆರ್ ಮಾಡಿಫೈಡ್. ಮೀನ್ಸ್ whenever it is requirement is okay, on that time you are going to design and implementation are modified. You should organize the requirement document so that you can make changes to it without extensive rewritten or organization. Without rewritten and reorganization, you are going to make some changes to the requirement document. This is the end of first module. Thank you students. Bye.